I just had the courier turn up and they've delivered me a brand new Garmin Alpha 100 and the T5 tracking collar. So finally I'm into some legal tracking gear. I've been running tracking gear for a wee while now. I probably spent about the first 10 years of my pig hunting using no tracking gear at all, and then I spent probably another several years running Garmin tracking gear, but I've never ever had a map on my tracking gear before. I just didn't care to have a map on there. I was just running around looking for my dogs using the arrows, so I've never had a map before. And now I'm moving into some pretty flash stuff with the Garmin Alpha tracking gear. So this time I will have a map, so I'll be able to find where I'm going. So I'm just going to open up these boxes and have a look and see what we've got inside. Okay, so what comes in the kit with the Garmin Alpha 100 and the T5 collar set is obviously the tracking unit. And then we've got the T5 collar itself. USB cables to download info onto the computer, car charger, and also the charger adapter to put into the New Zealand wall socket and the socket charger. And obviously the lithium battery for the unit, for the tracking unit, and of course the T5 collar itself and a charger unit for the T5 collar. A couple of different charging systems there for the car and also for the wall socket. And what I've also purchased to go with the tracking unit is this hard mount cover to fit onto it to protect it, a protective casing. So that'll help to look after the tracking gear. I've also got a glass screen protector here to fit onto the tracking unit to protect the screen. The Alpha 100 with the LCD touchscreen was really easy to set up and operate. I was all set up and running within about 5 minutes of first turning the unit and tracking collars on. Of course, all this gear is nothing new. It's been around for a while. I'm pretty slow to take this new technology up because I've been running the old tracking gear perfectly well and it's never broken down on me. So I've still been very happy with my old Garmin tracking gear. But now that I'm moving on to this new system, we'll take a look at this T5 collar. There's a few problems with these collars that people are experiencing. They have a pretty high return rate. So if you're going to be investing a heap of money in this new tracking gear, like I just have, you want to be able to protect the collar. So Game Gear have just come out with a great new product. It is a new rip collar that fits in perfectly with these Garmin tracking collars. And here is a couple I've got over here. So we've got the Game Gear Revolution rip collar. This collar system is going to change the way everyone's thinking about their rip collar tracking gear combo. This Revolution rip collar is really easy to attach the T5 tracking units to. I'll just show you how it all fits together. So you just slot this tracking section in here, chuck that through there, feed the aerial and the rest of the collar out through there. So as you can see, the tracking gear is sitting inside the rip collar very nicely. And then that wraps around the dog's neck and the whole thing secures around the dog as it's designed by the manufacturer. The unit itself is right down inside the collar, protected and still wrapping around the dog's neck as it was designed to do. The GPS component is not hindered by the collar at all and the aerial sticks out nicely. One of the other advantages of running the Revolution rip collar with this tracking gear is that the bark indicators and training tools are all neatly sitting on the dog's neck as they're meant to be. There are a couple of options for the new Revolution rip collars. You can get these coloured ones, which you can get in a range of different colours. These are based on the old slicker collar style, so these are more for your bailing dogs, the ones that you can get in a range of colours. And for the holding dogs, we have this one that has the more elite material, so this is a much more robust collar, the Holding Dog Revolution Rip Collar. These Revolution Rip Collars are designed and tested in New Zealand by New Zealand pig hunters. They are also manufactured in New Zealand. They are not available in retail stores. They are only available online. So if you click the link that's featured at the bottom of this video, you'll be able to head on through and find out more information on how to get hold of these Revolution rip collars. Cheers.